it's another day doing chores in the Airstream, and one of the things that's bothered me is the water spots that are on the shower. You can see those coming through. Hopefully they're coming through on the curtain. It's really bad. One of the things I noticed as we were out camping is some of the campgrounds we stay at had like 800, 1,000 TDS, which is total dissolved solids, which typically our drinking water here is like 50, some places up to 100, but it's usually not that high. But you can definitely see what that water has done, and we're going to try to remove it. So there's 3 things that I want to try and share with you to see if they work. I have no idea, and here they are. These are 3 items. First thing I'm going to try is my homemade window cleaner, and it is made of 2 cups water, a half a cup of white vinegar, and half a teaspoon of dishwashing liquid. Next thing I'm going to try to work through that is white vinegar to see if that will clean off those water spots. And the last thing, which I originally got to help clean the windows on the truck, is the invisible glass stripper. See if that will pull off all those water spots. You can see right there, removes water spots, road film, and coatings. So let's see what happens and how it works. So we'll start at the top. Boy, you can really see those spots coming through. And let's try the homemade window washing liquid, which again is just water, vinegar, and a little dishwashing liquid. We'll let that sit on there a little bit and scrub it off and see what happens. Just going to use a sponge. Now we'll dry it off with a microfiber towel. See what happens here. Let's see here. That seems to be pretty good. Let's try it over here where it looks really bad. Let's see. That seemed to work pretty well. Left a little haze on there, but I think that's something we can get cleaned off. But you can see, we'll go to this one next. You can see the water spots there. And we will try the vinegar. So here we go with vinegar. Looks like we got something else on the outside. You definitely can see the spotting where it's gotten. Now let's dry it off. Both of those seem to have worked very well. I can see a little water spotting on the outside. I'm getting a reflection there of some water. So we'll try the outside, see if we can get it. But overall, that's really improved it a lot. Here's the section I've done. And now we'll go to a section I haven't done. You can see the difference. Look at that. All right, let's finish it up. Just wanted to share with you all the water spotting here. We can see. Move this section in front in the beginning just to show the water spotting. You can see all of the water spotting. There is so much water spotting there. Here we can see some, and you definitely can see it over here with the shower lights. You can see that water spotting looks really bad. On to clean it. So I tried cleaning some more with the window spray, and you can see that it really didn't knock it off. Let's try the vinegar and see if that will knock off those water spots. Clean some of it, but let's try to see if we can make it a little easier. So I just tried vinegar. It did an okay job, but there's still a lot of water spotting on there that I can see. I also did a spot over here with vinegar. I don't know if it's going to show up in the camera. Trying to get it, there we go, a good reflection. But I did a middle section right there. You Can't really tell in person, so try the glass stripper and see what happens. So the invisible glass stripper. I wanted to try this glass stripper, see if it works. Comes with a little bottle and an applicator sponge. So here we go with the before shot. See those water spots? Let's see if they end up going away. So the glass stripper seems to be doing a okay job. I can't say it's doing a great job yet, but let's try this section here. You can see all the water spotting. This is the second door. I'm going to try that just to see if we can get that water spotting off. So it seemed to clean it okay. I'm going to go down here where it's really bad. I'm going to try two things. The first thing I'm going to do is take the vinegar across it, try to knock some of the stuff off, and then try the window cleaner just to see if we can get a little cleaner, because it's just not where I want it. Well, that didn't really work. Still see the water spotting. I'll have to look at it, the before and after on camera, but doesn't look like it's done much. I'm going to try one more spot down there, but otherwise, looks like we're back to the drawing board. Some of it cleaned up okay, but a lot of it's just lots of water stains, water spots. We're going to do another test section. It seems to work, but you've got to use elbow grease. So we're going to try that section right there. It's pretty much parallel with the handle, and see if we can get a difference and see if we can make a difference. But you've got to put elbow grease into it. Man. So there is the window stripper on the window with a lot of elbow grease. Let's see what happens when we take it off. I'd have to say that worked pretty good. Takes a lot of elbow grease. Still a few water spots on there, but not nearly what it was. And it's really along the edge where it's really hard to get. Now we got some of the water spots off. Not like it was, but hey, if you've got any recommendations, let me know. Tried it. The one thing I did read about, and I don't really want to do, is using very fine wool. I think 000, quad 0 fine wool, vinegar, letting the vinegar soak on there with paper towels or sheets, then come across with it with fine wool. So, and it requires a lot of elbow grease as well. We'll keep looking, and thanks, and stay tuned. So none of the things I've tried so far, so I thought I'd try a razor blade, which I've used in an aquarium. I don't want to do it too much, but just to see, wow, you can see the scale that's moving off. It is cleaning it. So it appears a razor blade works pretty well. That's the back window there, but you can see there's some water spotting, but there it disappears pretty much as we go down. So it seems to work. What I thought I'd do is try this area by the handle just to see if we can see a big difference. So the razor blade works. It is a lot of effort. You can see up there, and I actually cleaned right underneath this handle. Right in here, you can see the water spots are gone, and then they show back up at the bottom of the handle in there. So, potential solution. I've got one more thing to try. So after a lot of research online, one of the suggestions, it seemed like it might work pretty well, is toilet bowl cleaner, little spray water to help wet it down, and some very fine steel wool. Oh, if I had it this way. As you can see, that's 40. Also have a sponge with a blue scrubby on the other side of it. We're going to try that out and see how it works and compare it to the other methods. So far, nothing's worked great but a razor blade. So we take a little water, spray down the shower, And then we're going to put a little dab of toilet bowl cleaner on the sponge, rub it on initially without any steel wool or the blue scrub. Here we are, is a little dab of the toilet bowl cleaner. We're going to put it on the shower door. And from the other side, there we are, scrubbing it in. Not getting any on the plastic. And try this out, see how this works, see if this looks pretty good. Now just spraying it down with water. I could use the shower, try not to make too big a mess while we do this. This is interesting. Here's where I put the cleaner, started spraying it down with water, and you can see down here where I haven't cleaned at all. Look at the difference. Seemed to work pretty well. We're going to try that section right there. Here's the door handle. Go across. It's pretty spotty, as you can see. We're going to try that. I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes on it just to see what happens. That seemed to work pretty well, as you can tell. Here's what it did look like. Look at those water spots. And now the water spots are all cleaned up, a little hazed, but that can be polished off. I'm going to try again. I did try it with steel wool. Let it sit on for a little bit and scrub it with the steel wool. Let's keep trying, and hopefully I can finish this up and show you the end product. So here we are in the shower. I've done both sides. I'm going to let it sit for a little while, and then we'll scrub it down. Give it a little elbow grease. See how it goes. So we just let that sit on there. We scrubbed it in. We let it sit. We used steel wool. I'd give that. You can see. I think it's easier. Do what's best. It sort of works. I'd say that works best. Razer blade is by far the best tool to get the water spots off. Works like a champ. Not really any more significant more work than using toilet bowl cleaner or anything else. Steel wool, scrubby blue sponge didn't make a huge difference. So look forward to hearing from you and see what you think and hear how you get water spots off the shower. Here it is clean. You can see some of the water spots on the plastic there, but otherwise looks like the Razer blade wins. There's a little bit of spotting where I need to go back over the Razer blade, but overall really looks good, and good luck in the future.